Address chronic issues like members being consistently late, etc. Set expectations at the start to foster a punctual and productive atmosphere. Let's say that your board members are chronically late, okay? And this is an issue that's bogging down your meetings from being productive. Let me give you an example of how you make an intervention at the beginning of the meeting. So as you start your meeting, you would say something to the effect of, just before we start the meeting, I would like to call your attention to the fact that over the past several meetings, many members have been walking in late. It's very important that we all get here on time. So I just want to make that a goal of our group to make sure that we're getting here on time so that we can start the meeting on time. So that's an intervention that's made at the beginning of the meeting. Respond to situations as they occur. Address individuals directly to steer the meeting back on track without delay. Let's say that 2 members walk in late. I can actually address those 2 members like this. Dan, Tom, I'm noticing that you're walking in late. I've also seen many others of you walk in late. We need to make sure that we collectively get here on time so that our meetings can be more productive. And then move on for your meeting. You're making an intervention during the meeting now. Summarize the key issues, including late arrivals, before officially closing the meeting. Emphasize the importance of timeliness for future meetings. You have the floor, therefore you can say a few things like, well, before we close the meeting, I'd like to just make a quick statement. I want to just acknowledge that several of you have walked in late, and it's made it very difficult for us to run a productive meeting, so I want to encourage all of you next time to be here on time so that we can start the meeting when we're supposed to. Thank you. Now let's consider the second choice, which pertains to the type of intervention. Essentially, there are only 2 types of interventions at your disposal. The first one is known as a direct intervention. This approach involves addressing the issue head-on by speaking directly to an individual. Address specific individuals directly, using their names. Clearly state the observed behavior and kindly request a change to maintain focus on the meeting. For instance, you might say, Stan, I've noticed that, or Beverly, I see that. Using the person's name is essential in a direct intervention. While it may seem a bit intimidating, it becomes crucial when a specific individual's behavior needs addressing. It's important to call their attention to the behavior, keeping in mind the purpose of the intervention. So always remember why you're opting for this direct approach.